Yep, come on back. When you need urgent care, we have 4 locations near you.
24/7 access through video visits.
You may not be ready for the flu or a fall or an infection, but we are. And with eRival online scheduling, we'll already be expecting you. We're ready, and we'll do everything we can to get you in, get you out, and get you better.
Urgent care with a Mercy touch, only at Mercy Care.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's a brand new channel that I started up recently, and as you know, it is called Blessed with Life. And myself, my wife, we're from the Philippines, and our 3 kids. And today is my birthday, and that's when we're releasing this. And my wife and I, we met almost 20 years ago. It was April 9th, 20 years ago. We met in Hong Kong. She was working there, and it's a really interesting story. But my birthday was coming up, my 6th, and I decided to treat myself to a country present to go visit my friends in Hong Kong. And the reason I had friends in Hong Kong, there's a lot of story behind this, but we were in the epic business together, believe it or not, starting back in the 90s. And so this was 2000. I was visiting my family in Hong Kong. They allowed me a function of the Philippines. And so I flew on out there, and I met up with my friend. Her name's Rose. We got together. We went out to the landmark out there in Hong Kong. It's this big, huge tower. It's a skyscraper at the bottom of that shopping. And so we decided we met her there, and Rose had called my next week and asked her to take us out there. We tell my wife, famous name, she was in the gambling business. We had been she was on my gambling team. We never met in person. We really didn't correspond. Although I sent her an introductory letter, I said, hey, join my gambling business. All right, and a little bit more on the backstory about myself. I was, as I mentioned, 40 years old, and married, and I had an ulterior motive to go to Hong Kong. That's with a friend. I was also looking for love. I've been in the gambling business with some folks from the Philippines for several years now, and some ladies from the Philippines. I think I'm ready for those ladies. And so that's my ulterior motive. So, I was in Rose and I, we were in a landmark hotel waiting for this lady who I didn't know. And so we were waiting, and all of a sudden she came around the corner with a friend. And pretty much blow her away. And the house, what I love is that we got a picture of the very first time we met. It's at this picture as I talk here. And as you can see, it was surrounded by three ladies. And here I am with this guy who's 40 years old, sometimes surrounded with these three 20-somethings, sexy ladies from the Philippines. And I was a happy camper. I was in heaven there. And you can see my big smile on my face. You can see I'm telling the truth. And so, but I think I'm going to end the story right about there. I want to mention the reason why these shoes are in front of me here. These shoes are going to be part of the next video. I'm going to tell you this story. And it just so happens that it could be that my wife and I would not be together today if not for these shoes. So it's going to be funny. You're going to laugh and you're going to enjoy the story. So see you soon. Thank you. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Story of how I met my wife. And we met. There's a little bit more backstory. The reason why I knew folks from the Philippines and Hong Kong is because I had joined the Amway business back in the day. And it was doing really well back then. And I got right when it was starting to expand into China and then later to the Philippines. And so I got in on the ground floor of China. I had teams in Shanghai and Hong Kong. The people who I had internationally sponsored in Shanghai, they were all Chinese. And the folks that I had internationally sponsored back in 96 and then in 97, time to go. And so I just visited Hong Kong, but that's where all the growth was. I had three really strong growing teams. I was really proud of my teams from the Philippines. Visited them like I said, 96, 97. And then things kind of got rough a little bit. And then by the time I had only one strong team, which was headed up by Rose. So when I went to visit for my birthday, I went to Hong Kong, and it was kind of a business trip. But in the back of my mind, as I made it was love. And so that kind of leads me back to where I left off on the first video of how I met my. Watch that first before you continue on with this video, and then you get the whole story. But where I left off is, well, here I was visiting home, and I met up with Rose, who was the kind of a team leader there, and she was Amway team members. Because Rose, these people were on my team as well, and so all of a sudden, here we are in the landmark building. Came my future wife, Dang, and her other lady from the Philippines. We're going to show you the picture on this. And he was my wife to be on the side of the time. She was on my Amway team, and the other one was my friend. And suddenly I was surrounded by these the Philippines. Figure it all. It was just like a business meeting. Suddenly I was surrounded. Yeah, I'm 40 years old, looking for some three super hot 20-something Philippines, and I was just thrilled. It was a kind of one of the turning points of my life right there, and you can see I'm pretty happy, but I'm blushing at the same time. And I was knows what to say around pretty girls. So maybe that's why I was 40. I was never the guy that knew how to, you know. So that's my personality. But I was surrounded by, and that was one of the best moments in my life. And I didn't want this to end. The meeting to continue, but it was kind of some conversation. It was only meant to, be something high, and I could, could encourage them to continue their happy business and that. But I was really interested in anymore. I was looking for love. And so, and I'm sitting there, I'm a guy that never knows what to say, right? It may come from God himself, because I think in that way. And I just thought, hey, why don't we go sit down and have a Coke? They said okay, except that, as I recall, the one Amway girl was next to me. Take off and do something. So I don't think she joined us. But my wife to be Meg and her friend and Rose, we all went, sat down, just had almost got some kind of a drink or other, and we during the conversation, in touch with this lady that's on the Amway team, plus she's. And so I ended up writing down my home address. Because we were really doing things online, wasn't as much as now at all. This is 20 years ago. And so I gave her my address. She gave me her address as well. And so we exchanged addresses. And then it was time for me to meet up with some other people on another Amway team. But this other team had kind of disintegrated. And some people moved back to the Philippines and kind of things broke up. But I still had some people on another team that I was in touch with. And so we're going to meet with those folks. All right, and I'm going to put in a little bit more backstory because on the way to Hong Kong, I actually stopped in the Philippines for my very first time. And I met up with two of my friends who were also on Amway with me. And so I met them, and we ended up going to Boracay, believe it or not, and which is a really, really nice resort area. We headed out there, and as I was saying, I was looking for love. I didn't find it in Boracay. I think it was God's will to not find it there and lead me back to Hong Kong and to meet my sweetheart face to face. And so next, okay. So we were at the table, we're at the pizza place, enjoying our drinks and whatnot. The drinks were running out. And, I was really it was like a love at first sight situation, you guys. And I didn't want her to go away. I know she needed to go back to where she lived. It was starting to get late by that point. But I didn't want to let her go. So I had a great idea. Why not? Why not do a t-shirt giveaway? Because I had these souvenir t-shirts in my suitcase at my hotel. And so I decided, hey, I'll do a t-shirt giveaway. Because, I wanted her to stick around. I wanted to know her a little bit more, just be with her. And so we ended up decided to head back to the hotel where t-shirts were. And plus I had some other Amway friends that was from another team. And I was going to give them some t-shirts as well. So we all decided to meet at my hotel and I did the t-shirt giveaway. We left from the landmark and we needed to take this famous Hong Kong tram. And so we got on the tram. Magical moment with these shoes I mentioned in my previous video. We're headed towards the tram and my sweetheart. And so we're walking along, and all of a sudden she gets to these train tracks wearing these shoes. And you can see to this day, this was 20 years ago today, exactly when this moment happened. Loaded right there, and she fell, and she had this most graceful way of falling, even though we were rollerblading after we got married. When she fell, it was so graceful. really like falling, which is kind of. And what was incredible is that I got embarrassed falling down. They would get back up angry, maybe even let out a couple cuss words. Is that kind of American style? But she looked back at me and just shot me this beautiful smile, and it just stunned me. It hit me right in the heart. And I was like, what kind of amazing person is this gonna smile, shoot me this beautiful smile after falling down and getting embarrassed and hurting yourself and almost ruining your shoes. Oh, leave the shoes. They're sturdy shoes. They're riding these off and on for the last 20 years. And so that's what I think really locked me in right there. I thought, wow, this is a really special person I found. This could be the one. And so from there, we headed over to she got a t-shirt, so she did, and I understand she felt very honored because of that. So we just really had a special thing going from the very beginning. And then she was late for getting out of there. She had another appointment. She had to head out. And so we had to say our goodbyes, and I was only going to be able to see her at one time on a trip to Hong Kong. We had each other's addresses, and we knew for a fact we were going to be right back and forth. We knew we had something special for me right there. And so, that essentially concludes the day we met. It was 20 years ago today. Today's April 9th, 2020. April 9th, 2000 was when we met on that day. One of the most amazing days of my life. So, well, thank you for tuning in. We've been having a great, been married 18 and a half years, and we have 3 kids in school. And we're just having a really blessed life. I want to thank the Lord for that. And I feel like we were meant to be together. I think it was arranged by guardian angels or whoever in heaven arranges these things. So it's really a match made in heaven. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you'll stop by often with videos on the Luggage and Base. I hope you'll subscribe and share and give us a like. And have a wonderful day. Thank you. Now I want to bring on my I think tomorrow is her birthday. It's her 40th birthday, right?
Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm Mace for Asians, USA. I'm totally blessed with my husband, blessed with my Pinay USA.
And it's been a great 8 years. And but I also want to encourage you to visit her channel, Next USA. She's got a lot of great variety of videos. She's got cooking, crafting, pretty crafts, and even arm wrestling. I mentioned earlier how I don't know what an athlete is. She got some nice muscles there, and she usually wins. So you should want to check that out. Well, I hope you will like, subscribe, share, and stop it again soon. All right, thank you, and have a blessed day. Phone us. Are you eating better? Keep Cassia Acid until you are freshly made and absolutely. Gotta go. I'll never miss a beat. Return.
Happy birthday to you. Birthday to you. Happy birthday. Birthday to you.
All right.
to break free from the feed. No more sky-high monthly bills. Get more clean business. Tubi's the best free service around. Tubi, download the app.